Hi, Anissa Coy here with Firehouse Education, and this week's video column for the RNRE newsletter section, Ask Anissa. And the question that came to me this past week, had to do with public adjusters. And the person that emailed me asked, what did I use public adjusters, and what role does a public adjuster have in a restoration company? So I think what's important first off is for us to understand what a public adjuster's role is. What is a public adjuster? There are three different types of adjusters in an insurance claim. There's the claims adjuster, which usually works for the insurance company. There's an independent adjuster that is an independent contractor hired by an insurance company and may work for several companies. And then there's the public adjuster. And the public adjuster is actually hired by the homeowner. So the only two people that can represent an insurance company in the claims process is the claims adjuster or the independent adjuster. A public adjuster only represents the homeowner, and the claims adjuster and independent adjuster would never represent the homeowner in the claims process. So hopefully that's clear. Now, the main job of a public adjuster is to help a homeowner be sure that their claim is getting settled correctly and timely, and that they get all of their items replaced or repaired or restored in the right manner and for the correct dollar amount. So a public adjuster's role can be very great. They are an advocate, if you will, for a homeowner. They really can come into play and be very important when a homeowner is getting, kind of a runaround from an insurance company or not being treated right by an adjuster, which, as we all know, does happen. On the flip side, a public adjuster can also be someone who really messes up a claim. Okay, just as any adjuster, any claims adjuster, independent adjuster, there are good ones and there are not so good ones. Well, this is very true as well with public adjusters. There are ones that are advocates for the homeowners, and then there are ones that just have their own agenda and really can create a mess out of a claim. So do I use public adjusters? Not really. Number one, I wouldn't be the person to call in a public adjuster. The public adjuster is called in by a homeowner. Okay, that's who hires them. They work for the homeowner. In our state, we don't have a lot of public adjusters going on, and in fact, one of the things I want to point out is that there's only 44 states in our country, and I'm not aware of what outside of the U.S. their regulations are, but only 44 states in our country have regulations regarding public adjusters. So that has a real potential for, some independents to go out there, independent public adjusters, that is. Without rules and regulations, it can really cause, a lot of problems when it comes to the claims process. So I've had very little experience with a public adjuster personally myself on jobs. However, I've had lots of students and clients who have had experience with public adjusters, both good and both sometimes pretty horrific. So a public adjuster is always paid by a percentage of the claim. It usually averages somewhere between 15 and 20% of the total amount of the claims process that they're able to get that dollar amount up to. They get paid by the homeowner that percentage. Okay, so it's obviously behooves them to drive the claim up, which has a big potential to create a very bad negative situation. And here's what's difficult, in my opinion, for you, the restoration or cleaning contractor, in this scenario. One of your clients in kind, or potentially your client that called you out, is that agent, insurance agent, or insurance adjuster. So if you now have this public adjuster that comes in that is trying to drive a claim up and create angst in the middle of the situation, and you bring that person in, you could find yourself very quickly in a really bad situation with your client, which is the insurance company. There's also a potential that insurance companies wouldn't want to work with you if you brought in a public adjuster all the time and they had bad experiences. Now, I'm not saying, and I don't want to upset anybody out there, that all public adjusters are bad. They are not. Just like I would never say that adjusters are bad. However, There are some bad apples out there, okay? So it's a very tricky situation for you, the restoration contractor, to be in the middle of, is what I'm trying to tell you about right now. So if there was a public adjuster on a job, I would not ever be the person as the restoration contractor that deals with that public adjuster. That public adjuster would need to deal with the homeowner and the insurance company themselves, and I would deal with the homeowner and the insurance company's claim adjuster themselves directly, so that I stay out of the middle of it, because it could be a very bad situation for you as the restoration contractor if you get in the middle, if a situation especially winds up going into a argument or a battle between the insurance company and the insured, because that is not a place that you ever want to be as a restoration contractor. Okay, I hope you found this question valuable. Hope you got some great information here. Please let me know by commenting below the video. Love to have your input. Also, don't forget, you can send me questions. I would love to answer them and maybe include them on one of my video columns. And you can email anisa@firehouseeducation.com, or again, leave a comment below. And be sure, if you're watching this video and you're not subscribed, subscribe to the channel, as well as subscribe to the e-newsletter on rnrmagonline.com, and be sure and get in and be one of them cool kids. And by the way, I also want to point out to you that if you've missed some of the Ask Anisa columns, video columns, and you want to kind of catch up or go look and see what else is out there, you can also go up above and click on the Ask Anisa column. I believe that's in other news. I can't remember suddenly on the video. Anyway, so you can catch up and catch all the videos, and I thank you so much for watching, and until then, I will see you on the next video.